Hey guys, it is I, Bluebrick Productions, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of the most coveted and sought after Lego Star Wars sets probably ever made, at least to this date. And it's not for the actual set itself, while it is pretty good. I think you can already tell the reason, and that is for obviously the Phase 2 Captain Rex, one of most people's favorite Lego Star Wars minifigure, and for good reason. It's an excellent minifigure, especially for it being released in 2013. And now that's 10 years ago exactly, because we're in 2023 right now. So it is a really nice minifigure, and the only version of Phase 2 Captain Rex to this date. They are supposed to be making a new one for the upcoming UCS Venator. That's, I believe, supposed to be releasing in October this year, 2023. But according to leaks and also like rumors, it's not supposed to be very good, apparently, because apparently it's gonna have a printed on waist cape, and it's gonna have two helmet holes that are gonna look really ugly. So this one is probably still gonna be most people's favorite, because even though it doesn't have the visor or the antenna, sorry, it still looks really, really good. And although it's a really good Captain Rex, the rest of the set is also really nice. Like, I believe this was released for around 25 US dollars. I could be mistaken though. It still is really, really good, because it comes with the main bark speeder with the sidecar, and then also a smaller speeder for the separatist commando droids, which is really nice. And we'll get into the set more detail later, but this is just a small overview. It does come with a Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Clone Wars, so he does have those extended eyes, which looks, with some people think, looks a bit funny. I think it's okay. Obviously Captain Rex, and then two really nice commando droids. We haven't seen these, I believe, since around 2013, and they're really nice droids. I think they have the same leg mold as the B2 Super Battle Droid, and then the same torso piece as the regular Battle Droid, and then obviously a custom molded head. So yeah, overall, really good figure selection, especially for $25. You're getting four figures who are all pretty good. I mean, the Captain Rex is amazing, but the rest of the figures are pretty good. And two really nice builds, like for 2013, and even if it was released to this day, I think it is still a really nice build. And while some parts I think would probably be slightly improved, like in 2023, 10 years later, that's quite obvious, it still holds up really well. Anyway, first let's dive into the minifigs in more detail, and then we'll get into the set. Okay, so here are the minifigures more up close, and we'll start here. As you can tell, we have two of these really nice commando droids, and they have a really nice little red dot there, probably from the actual Clone Wars series, I'm not really sure. Probably like a little insignia. And then the head is really nice. I'll take one of them off. It has a really nice print, if you can tell. Nice little yellow-ish print, I believe, or a very light brown, just to go with the darker brown. And then two nice eyes that go with it, which look pretty nice. Everything else, apart from the head, is not unique to the minifigure. Of course, in the color it is, I guess. But yeah, as I said earlier, the legs are from the B2 Super Battle Droid, and the torso is from the regular Battle Droid. So overall, a nice figure. They don't really go for that much money, since they were in other sets. I believe there was also an AT-RT. I think one of the 501st Walkers released in the same year had the exact same figure, I believe. So they're not worth too much money, especially not compared to the Captain Rex. But still, overall, pretty good figures, and nice that we get two of them and not just one. Although I guess two doesn't really make a difference if you're fighting against Obi-Wan Kenobi and Captain Rex. Better for play, and also you get an extra one for the army. Next, we'll take a look at the Obi-Wan Kenobi. It is a really nice one. I believe this is the only version of this Obi-Wan Kenobi released, and I think it was only in this set. I could be mistaken, and it's a little bit confusing because he is not worth that much money on Bricklink or online anywhere. even though the Captain Rex is, and the set as a whole is worth quite a lot of money. Just the Obi-Wan Kenobi, for some reason, is not. But it's a really nice Obi-Wan Kenobi. Sorry, I'm saying his name a lot. But it's a really good one. And personally, I do like it slightly better than the other one. Maybe because he has some leg printing for once. While it does look a little bit faded, the color, I'll take him off. It is a little bit faded. Like, it's supposed to be the same color as the torso, but because it does come in that light nougat color, it is slightly faded on the leg itself, which is a shame, but it still looks pretty good, and it has like that classic Jedi robe look. No cape though. I'm not sure if there was supposed to be one or not, but I think there isn't. And finally, let's take a look at the Captain Rex. Obviously, a lot of people's favorite minifigs, and looks amazing. I think his helmet is... there's no words for it. I think it looks amazing, and especially if you have it in good condition, it looks really shiny. And I don't know why, but I love that. And the print overall is really nice. It does come with a nice waist cape. Turn it around. It looks really good, and obviously that pauldron looks amazing. I also see a nice little back print for Obi-Wan Kenobi, if I didn't mention it already. Right? But yeah, the Captain Rex, it's just, I'm at a loss of words. It is so nice. And although it doesn't have any arm printing or anything special, it just looks really good. Especially since, you know, it has that OG clone trooper helmet. I guess now it is OG because, you know, they have the helmet holes that look atrocious. But still looks really nice. The newer Captain Rex, I believe, is supposed to have arm printing, but I still think this one will look better because of its helmet. I think the helmet is going to be a big drawback for a lot of people, and also the printed on waist cape. I mean, we could be wrong. We don't know yet. There's no official pictures, but we can probably guess that it's not going to look too good. If we do remove the helmet, I'm going to be very careful with this. He does have a special face print. I believe it's the same one that came in the Battle for Geonosis. I could be wrong, but I believe it is. I recently did a review on that as well. And as I said, I think it does have the same face print. It looks really nice. The back, I don't believe there's anything now. Looks decent. I think the newer Captain Rex that is going to release later in the year, the face, I believe, will look better because it's going to be in a more accurate like skin tone. I think it's going to be like a dark tan, I believe. I could be wrong. But it's also going to have a print, I believe, on the side of the head of the bandage that was used in the finale of the Clone Wars Season 7, which would be a really nice detail. Obviously, this one isn't based off of that episode and that season, so it's decently accurate. I guess the skin tone could be a bit darker, but it still looks really nice, and overall a good face print. So being very careful right there so I don't know it's dirty to print. But yeah, overall the minifig selection, a bit more in frame, is really good, and there isn't anything else we could have really asked for $25 US. I think probably that's like inflation, maybe rounded up to 30. That is still pretty good, especially for today's standards. Usually if we have a $30 US set, it'll come with like maybe 2 or 3 minifigs if we're lucky, unless it is a battle pack. But I think also usually the figure selections in those types of set are a bit dull. These ones are really, I mean, this one's amazing. It comes with Captain Rex that looks really nice, a Obi-Wan Kenobi, and 2 of these battle droids. So overall, can't really complain about anything. It looks really good, and all of the figures are executed really well. Obi-Wan Kenobi maybe could have used a better print on the legs, but overall, really nice. Anyway, let's move on to the actual set itself. So here are the 2 builds, both being speeders, obviously, and they're both really nice builds. And let's first take a look at the Separatist one. Side note, both of these speeders have a lot of stickers, which isn't, I guess, a problem if you're a kid because they love stickers. But yeah, it does add some nice detailing, as you can see. They could have added a print, but yeah, I guess this was made for kids. So yeah, have a nice little Separatist insignia there. They also have a nice translucent piece which helps with like the stability of it and for it to be able to actually stand up straight. I think you can also move these. I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be. I'm not sure, like, it's probably accurate to the actual speeder, but I think there might be like pedals for the legs, maybe. I'm not really sure though. But yeah, here's a little clip, I believe, for the battle droid to hold on to. It does look a little weird when you do place it though, because you have to have the actual battle droid arched at a very weird angle like this. So it does look quite funny, but it works, I guess. And then you could also have one arm just like with a gun shooting while he's just flying around. So it works, but as you saw, it did look a bit funny. But anyway, it's a decent, very small, compact speeder that works really well, and it doesn't have any like stud shooters or spring-loaded shooters that will really take away from the look. And I like that. These older speeders, they're always like very nice, simple. They do the job, they look good, and they function well enough. Like you can just fly around with it and it's not too bad. So, and the newer ones always comes with like some sort of shooting mechanism, which is nice for kids, but it really takes away from the look. Anyway, this speeder is honestly one of the best speeders I think Lego's ever made. This one right here, the Bark speeder with sidecar, it is really long and it's big, but that's really nice. It does have a lot of stickers, 2 each side, 3 here, more here, here. There's a lot of stickers basically, but it's nice. You have a little handlebar for Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know how that works. You have this one, you do have one of these shooters. This one's a flick fire missile. I'm not really sure why they added them, because this one's really hard to get to, because a flick fire missile, you flick, but this one, you can't really flick it because this is blocking it. So I don't really see why they added it. Yeah, I guess you could do that, but I don't know. They're made to be flicked, and even if you're like a 5-year-old, it'll be really hard to... I'm trying to flick it right now, but it's almost impossible. Anyway, you've probably already seen it, but the mechanism to move the sidecar, I absolutely love it. There's like a little... I'm not really sure what this piece is. It's a Technic piece that allows it to be more stable when the sidecar is in the position that's sitting next to the Bark speeder. Looks really nice. It has an extra seat for Captain Rex and a nice gun turret on top of the flick fire missile. And honestly, it is really, really cool. Oh, I think it might be missing a piece over here. Oh no, never mind. It looked odd. But anyway, yeah, it looks really good. And it's just, I mean, I guess the missile does look a little bit bulky and it probably could have been a bit slimmer, but I still think it looks a lot better than like speeders we get today. I guess this is actually quite similar to the 501st one we got like a couple years ago in 2021, but it still looks really nice, and I just can't get over this mechanism right here. I feel like kids would have such a fun time just playing with it. Like I'm having a fun time right now. But yeah, anyway, those were the 2 builds. Sorry if this has been a little bit rushed, but they're both really good, and for $25 US at the time, I think it was a good build. Both of them are very nice. They look pretty good. They're compact, like they're not too big, but they're not too small either. They can both fit the required figures, and they also look really nice. And I think that children will have a fun time playing with them because they have a good amount of play features that are good but don't take away from the look itself, which I really appreciate. Anyway, that's going to be it for the video, guys. I do hope you did enjoy this small review of the Bark speeder with sidecar, one of my favorite sets of all time, mainly because of the Captain Rex, but nonetheless a very nice set. By the way, small note, I did say this in my previous video, but just to remind you guys, I am doing a 100 subscriber special. Once we do hit that subscriber goal, I will be doing a mega review of the set 75159 UCS Death Star. That is the one from 2016, the big, massive playscale one. I'll do like a long, big review of that. Not too long, so you guys don't get bored, but a nice review of that set once we do hit that subscriber goal. Until then, I will be making a lot more content, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to make sure that you are notified every time I do post a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.